As you have seen in my past video, I do a bedtime routine with Gideon. I brush his teeth every night. Well, mostly every night. So I thought I'd show you how I do that. I trained him early, and before I start, I just want to do a disclaimer. I am not a veterinarian or a dog trainer. So what may work for Gideon and the advice I get from my vet may be different from your veterinarian and what works for your dog. Some people may ask, well, why you brush your dog's teeth? That's weird. Yeah, it may seem weird to some, but it is important. It's a prevention. Just like people, we do need our teeth cleaned. Dogs, they need to go under anesthesia in order to get their teeth cleaned, and repeated anesthesia can wear on the dog. And so if you can prevent as many teeth cleanings as possible by brushing their teeth, then it's a better idea and a way to avoid unnecessary vet bills. Small dogs need more upkeep than bigger dogs as far as starting out brushing their teeth. Dogs that are large, eventually as they get older, they will get prone to more periodontal disease. So it's important that you just start early with large and small dogs. Small dogs, though, are prone to periodontal disease at an earlier age. Not brushing your dog's teeth can cause a lot of dental problems. Not only can plaque and tartar buildup it eventually causes bleeding of the gums and tooth decay. It's also very painful for the dog and can cause discomfort. Also, that bacteria can get into the bloodstream and cause damage to the kidneys, the liver, and the heart. So in this video, I'm going to show you how I trained Gideon, how I brushed his teeth. I started when he was young, and what I did is I just kind of got him used to me touching his face, touching his teeth, putting my fingers in his mouth, him getting used to all of that so that it wasn't such a shocker when I start sticking a toothbrush in his mouth. Also, the key thing too is to start slow. If you have any treats, have some treats ready. And Gideon doesn't need treats now. I eventually tapered off. They get used to it. So if you can kind of get him used to all of these things, I'll show you upstairs in more detail. I do have a designated spot for Gideon where I brush his teeth. That's important too. So I'm going to take you on up there and I'll show you how I did it. All right, so here I am in the bathroom and I'm going to turn the camera so that you can see Gideon, and I'll show you how I get started. Okay, you may not be able to see my face, but you'll get to see Gideon. You like my microphone? Would you like it? Here, we'll put it right there, okay? I do have his toothpaste and his toothbrush. Yeah, he loves this. But you want some? You want some of this? It is important that you use a dog toothpaste. Here's the package that it comes in. It's the Arm & Hammer chicken flavored. And I'm gonna start a new pack because he's just about running low on this. It comes, let me open this. Okay, it comes with a little finger toothbrush right here. And this is what I used when I started Gideon on it. And then I eventually moved, for dogs with their small mouths, I used this brush, but for bigger dogs, there's this one. But if they're puppies, you might want to start out with that end, who knows? Okay, so what I did is I started out and I used the finger one. First I used my finger, but then I eventually moved to this. And what I did is, if you just want him to smell it. Gideon, want to smell? Well, anyway, when he was a puppy, he was really interested in it. And then what I wanted to do is, you just want to start, what I did is I put toothpaste in the little, it comes with little nubby things on there. I put toothpaste on it and he started licking it, and that way I knew he liked it, which is a good thing. It's a good sign. What I did is once, when he was a puppy, I would stick my fingers in his mouth and, get used to it. And then eventually what I did is I just started, letting him lick it. And I started going like this and just letting him get used to it. You know what I mean? He likes the toothbrush, so he doesn't care for this anymore. But that's how you want to get started. Yep, good boy. Yes, good boy. You want to do a lot of praise, a lot of treats. Yes, good boy. And then eventually I started with this. Yeah, what's that? So, you do want to find a designated place. I started here on the counter. And the reason is because I can close the door. There's no distractions. That way he can focus on what we're doing on the training. Also, he's higher up. Some dogs, if you do it like on the floor or anything lower, they will, you want to show them who's boss. You know what I mean? You want them to be focused on what you're doing. If you have them lower to the ground, they're going to start running around. They're going to want to play. They're going to look at other things. So every time I brush Gideon's teeth, he goes right here on this spot. He knows every night that when I put him here, he's going to get his teeth brushed. So as far as toothpaste is concerned, if you find that they don't like it, like let's just say you got them used to the toothbrush or whatever, you don't have to use toothpaste. Even just anything's better than nothing. You know what I mean? Even if you use the toothbrush and then they have these dental rinses, I'll put one in the far right corner so you know what I'm talking about. Sometimes you can just use a dental rinse after you're done brushing their teeth. Gideon, on the other hand, he liked this right from the get-go. He loved it. Sometimes when I first got him interested, I put some on, I gave him a treat and let him smell it, gave him another treat, and then I put some of this on the treat and he liked it. So again, it all depends on your dog. So I'm going to run some water. I always get the toothbrush wet. Yeah. And he always, every time I took the cap off, he ended up wanting to lick the end. So in the beginning, Gideon, want the toothpaste? Here you go. This is safe for them to eat, by the way. They can swallow it. Unlike, don't give them human toothpaste. Don't give them that because it's very toxic, and it can. I think amongst other things, there's xylitol in it. That's very poisonous to dogs. Chewing gum has that too, so you don't want to give your dog chewing gum either. But anyway, I just put a little pea-size amount, just like you would with us on our tooth. I mean, his is a little smaller, but I just put a little bit on there. And then it's going to take time, by the way. This took about a year for him to totally get it down. But what I do is I just raise his lip and I brush. I just brush the outsides of this canine tooth, these here, and the back ones. I don't get the inside of the tooth because the tongue rubs against it, so they don't normally get tartar there. And Gideon doesn't like it when I open up his mouth so much. So I just do what he likes and what he's tolerant of and what will do the job. So Gideon, what are you staring at? Gee, let's do the other side. Good boy. Good boy. What a good boy. Yes, you did a good boy. You did a good job. That's a good boy. And if he wants, here, you want to lick the toothbrush? Yep, he likes doing that. That's fun. Yep. Fun stuff. So that's just basically what I do. I mean, you just got to eventually get them used to it, to where they, good boy. Yep, they get used to it. His front ones don't really need it. See, they're really small and tiny. If you find that your dog does have buildup there, you might want to try to get him used to that. But each dog is different. So, and then I rinse his toothbrush at the very, very end. I'm gonna lick it. Want to get the water off? No? Sometimes he licks the water off, sometimes he doesn't. I don't know. You want a little bit more? Here, just a little bit more. There you go. So this is a treat for him. So once I found out he really loved this toothpaste, then I didn't have to give treats anymore. I kind of tapered right off them. But in the beginning, it's kind of important. So now, when I get this pack, I just throw this out. He doesn't need it anymore. Right? So this was a short video. I just wanted to show you how I do it. Gideon, do you want to give a high five? High five. Can you? Oh, is it slippery? Thanks for watching.